And that is time. Let's push the buttons. Hello. A little late than normal. I couldn't sleep last night, so we started playing Star Trek Voyager. Across the Unknown. First 4 hours of that is now on my variety YouTube channel. I streamed it from about 2:30 a.m. to about 6:30 a.m. Yeah, 4 hours in the middle of the night. So I fell asleep and woke up recently, had lunch, and now I'm here to do the Tavern Brawl. And within the next 24 hours, we'll be back into Star Trek Voyager. I'm really enjoying that game. I want to play more of it. I really debated skipping this Tavern Brawl stream, but I figured it's probably important that we do it because it is tradition. And either later today or tomorrow, first thing, I will be playing more of Across the Universe. Anyway, what do we have to look at today? My phone's trying to charge. It's very finicky on the power button. We probably should go into quick look at the news. We'll just open up all these articles. A lot of them will be repeats, but we'll flip through them. See what's been announced, what's happening with all the card stuff, and go from there. Hot fix, whiz-bang fix, ladder, ready decks, and BG's adjustments and more. What was going on with whiz-bang? Sponder's Whizbang has found another couple of treasures to put in his rogue deck. No pirates were harmed in this process, but they look pretty upset. Okay, so they altered the deck a little bit for rogue. Not a problem. Anything else of note here for the hot picks? Now correctly generating spells. Ladder ready decks now become available after 90-day cooldown. Golden Time Walk, the Battlegrounds Golden Time Walk has been scripted correctly. Time Walk Stone Drake now quickly activates for both players in duos. Times for okay. Battlegrounds balance updates. So some tavern moving. I really need to get my head around this. Has been removed from the minion pool. Ooh, Treasure Seeker release. That's interesting. And Propaganda has been moved from 4 to 5. Card updates. Base Battlecry now has 1-1, or was 1-1, now 2-1. Battlecry, your Beatles have 4-2, is the golden version. Base, several Beatles. Okay, so they've messed around with the Beatles stuff a little bit. My mouse scroll wheel stuck there for a second. Armor updates. Time Warp balances. Base golden. So some of the minions have been changed. All these look like buffs. Time Warp Stone Drake now costs 1. Now costs 2. Bonka, Bulborg, Charmeleon. Okay, that's interesting. So this is the same article, just from a different website. Same article from a different website. New free Battlegrounds mode, shop date, Dark Moon free and treasure, skin on Hogger signature bundle. Okay. So we saw this a couple days ago. It's finally now live. There is a shop emote. Oh, that was it. We'll grab that. I just want to be nothing. Okay, and then the main shop, bundle cards. And just for me, little old me. Okay, nothing interesting there. Oh, we also have our free roll on this to do. Let's do that. I don't like this. Oh yay, golden pack. Probably should have held that for the expansion, actually. Should have. I'm so used to just opening packs now that we don't get a standard pack from the Tavern Brawl. So we've done our roll. We've looked at the bundles. We've got our free emote. That's that. We've got some card releases. Onyxia, Colossal 2. When your hero would lose health on your turn, gain that much max health instead. That's okay. 9 mana is going to be hard to pull off, but that's interesting.
Hello, everyone, and
Regis, but I'm not watching a 50-minute video, so here's all the support cards which were released around it. Herald Onyxia, deal 4 damage to all minions. This is interesting. The heralds are not always just herald everything. It's herald a particular target. That changes classes like Rogue that would be trying to steal and do special bonuses around that. That's interesting. Obsessive Technician, Lifesteal Battlecry Herald, Onyxia. So interesting. What else we got? We have Shara, Ocean Lord. Colossal 2, your hero has Wind Fury.
hello,
Really? We just got to release a whole heap of stuff. Interesting. Herald, and here's all the support cards. There's the 2 extra heralds. Torn Battle Gold, choose an enemy minion that start 3. To steal 3 health from 3 times. At the start of your next turn, summon a 3/3 Naga of Taunt. Okay, steal an enemy minion to steal 3 health from 3 times. So that's... if that triggers, that steals 9 health, which makes it a 9/15. That's a pretty big stat, potentially. You need to hit something big with it. And most likely, or you want to also to hopefully kill it. But if it kills early, say if it's only 7 health, meaning you only gain 7 health. It's an interesting tech card. More about card reveals, which we saw most of those. A new neutral epic battlecry. Give your opponent a 2-cost sabotage card. Cards next turn cost 1 more.
Sticky bomb for death. I have something like that laying around. I miss that. Hey, buddy. I'm sorry. I've got no time for games. We gotta find this thing for death by night. No, let's look somewhere else. Let's go vacation. That's fun. Yeah, I'm working on it. Foot elf outfit. Yeah, I don't think it's in there, actually. Buddy, I'm sorry, we can't play right now. We'll do ranked later. I have a bow in storage somewhere. It's... I'd be there. Yeah, I could be there. It's my old though. There's probably other old stuff in here. I want to be a sticky one here.
Hey, Frostmon.
No. We'll find it somewhere else. Why you gotta make this complicated? I think the goblins were playing with explosives or something outside. Maybe. Oh. It's not in there, but I found this. It's not.
Interesting.
What do you have there? Is that Sticky Bone Sabbath? Did you have this the whole time? Right, I'm sorry I didn't listen to you. Sticky Bone Saboteur. Battle Cry. Give your opponent a 2-cost sabotage. Cards next to it cost 1 more. Well, that's what I asked for. Alright, come on. Let's go get these to Deathwing. I don't really want for it, but whatever. He asked for it. Then we'll come back and play around the standard, alright? Let's go.
Okay, so I want to see the... Okay, I need to make a bigger card adjacent to this in your hand. Costs 1 more. That's an interesting one. That's all I want to see. Adjacent. Interesting. More neutral cards. What do we got here? This minion cost is reduced by the cost of the last card you've played. Okay, so if you can play something on turn 4, that's 4 mana on turn 5, you can play that. I like that. Then if your turn, deal 4 damage to the enemy hero. If you're holding a dragon, refresh 2 mana crystals. We'll discover a spell from your class. What we got here? At the end of your turn, summon a 6/6 elemental dragon with divine shield. Summon 2 random 4-cost cards. All enemy minions have taunt. That one could be good tech to get around something that taunts a lot, so I Demon Hunter at the moment that's running a lot of Death Rattle resummons with the ooze. That could be easy to, and then they normally have something behind that giant wall. You could be able to get past it by targeting. Of course you can't attack the hero, but Twilight Egg, Death Rattle, summon a whelp. Get a random dragon that costs 3 less. We're almost done. We'll get into the Tavern Brawl. Gotta put some cards revealed, day 6, so this is pretty much the same article. Now we can see the tokens. And so it should be finalized. Okay, so that is the news. Awesome. Now let's get into the Tavern Brawl. So here is the document. I've actually prepared it ahead of time today. Tavern Brawl 558, Lunar Blessings. This is the 7th time we've seen this Tavern Brawl, and it reads, celebrate the Lunar New Year, choose a class and get a random deck, choose an animal and receive its blessing and power. Now I need to come to my channel and mark this for the end of news. So let's come in here, edit video. And we are at, I need the time markers, 19. I'm trying to do this live because I'm not coming back and doing it at the moment. It's a problem. Just putting the timestamps in for the VOD, for the YouTube. Yeah, celebrate the Lunar New Year, choose a class, get a random deck, choose an animal and receive its blessing and power. Each class has 3 possible blessings out of 12, always the same 3 for that class. Get a random deck, play to win. We get a current expansion. Oh no, next expansion, shouldn't it be? Let's check that. Not current. 1 pack of current expansion. That's interesting. They normally start procking next expansion, but anyway. We have the wiki article. I will share that around. We'll pop it there. And we'll also pop it there. Halfpone hasn't released an article at the moment. Before the card releases, they probably just missed it. Lunar Blessing has been around 6 other times before, so it's not uncommon to see. These are all the blessings. We won't go into them individually. That's hence why I posted the link. Each class here has the same 3 blessings. So Death Knight will always get Pig, Rat, Ox. Demon Hunter will always get Pig, Rat, Rabbit, and so on and so forth. It just gives you a little bit of control to know that you can always go Hunter and you can always get those 3 and then hopefully get a deck that syncs well with it. But instead of me trying to stumble through it at the moment, let's just
Hello,
listen to my past self.
this is your weekly reminder to do your Tavern Brawl. Today's date is January 26, 2023. And this week's Tavern Brawl is called Lunar Blessings. Celebrate the Lunar New Year, choose a class, get a random deck, choose a animal and receive a blessing and power. This is one of those Tavern Brawls where you don't get to build a deck, but there is a lot to talk about. Now, when I was doing my testing, I found that a lot of classes had the same blessings. I can't confirm it's the same for everything, but
Oh, now we can. This was very early on.
just keep that in mind when you're watching this video. So let's look at this Tavern Brawl by breaking down the different blessings. My favourite, and the one I got my first win with, was Blessing of the Monkey. At the end of your turn, transform a random friendly minion into one that costs 1 more. This one can generate quite a lot of value if RNG is in your favour. Another good blessing is Blessing of the Rat. Whenever you summon a minion that costs 3 or less, give it Reborn. This can be tied into heroes that use a token, such as Paladin and Death Knight. Now for the blessings that I found that were okay, we have Blessing of the Pig. Whenever you summon a minion, add a coin to your hand. Blessing of the Rooster. Whenever you use your hero power, deal 2 damage to a random enemy. Blessing of the Sheep. At the start of your turn, restore 3 health to a damaged friendly character. Blessing of the Ox. Whenever you summon a minion, give it plus 3 health. Blessing of the Rabbit. Whenever you summon a minion that costs 3 or less, give it Rush. Blessing of the Tiger. Whenever you summon a minion, give it plus 1 attack. And Blessing of the Dragon. Whenever you cast a spell, add a random dragon to your hand. This one's probably a little slow and is reliant on spell cards, but still does okay. And that leaves the 3 blessings that I'm not so fond of. Blessing of the Dog. Whenever you summon a minion, give it Death Rattle, summon a 1/1 Mastiff. The Mastiff doesn't have Rush, so that can be quite slow and it's only a 1/1. Blessing of the Snake. Whenever you summon a minion that costs 3 or less, give it Stealth. Is way too slow and doesn't really give you an advantage like the other cards. And worst of all, Blessing of the Horse. Your spells cost 1 less, and even with Mage that has a abundance of spell cards, there's too many minions in your deck to really take advantage of this card, especially that all decks are random. These videos are meant to be short, so I'm not going to go into too much more detail.
Okay, so that saved me having to read them all out again and gave me a bit of a ranking. This was a pretty early video, and it took me quite a bit to edit this one. This was, I tried to grab at least a little bit of footage of each of the cards doing their thing if I could. So I remember making that one. But yeah, I can post that in chat as well. Let's post that there, and come over here and post that there. Because that is YouTube, let's bring it back up to speed. There we go. If you want to go back and check out that original video, there it is there. I didn't know the Tavern Brawl back then. That was 3 years ago now. But I haven't really seen the need to make remake a lot of these Tavern Brawl videos. I think it was before I knew of the wiki when this, so. But anyways, I said some of the better ones was Monkey, which we might try. I'm pretty sure we can get Monkey on that. And the other good one I liked was... what did I say it was? Is it the Reborn? No, I'm curious.
Hello, this is your weekly reminder to do your... But it's the same for everything. Tavern Brawl, got my first win with, costs 1 more. This one can generate quite a lot of value if RNG is in your favour. Another good blessing...
Ah, the rat. The rat, okay. So, let's get into it. We are going to go Shaman, try to get some evolved stuff happening first. Reenact 3 years ago, I guess. And then see where we go. But I still want to go back and play Star Trek Voyager Across the Unknown. I don't think it's going to be that long of a game. Yeah, we'll pick it up. Probably tonight. I just need to sort some stuff. Okay, so we're going to be evolving, so battle cries are cool. Spells and expensive cards, not so much. Ooh, 1, 2. Death Rattle's not great, but... So we're up against a Padlidon. We're going to go Monkey. Left there. Choices there, bud. Yeah, battle cries like that aren't going to help us, are they? Really? And I probably didn't need to bounce it because... Yeah. That's a lot of mastiffs. Need to get to this. Sevis RNG. Not happy here. Mastiff's probably got us beat. I don't know how we survive enough turns. Nice, okay. One of these evolving will be cool. Sweet. We drop this next turn. Hope the order of operation works in our favour. Bum, 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 bum. That definitely was in our favour. Well, that sucks. Like, it hit the one we needed for the clear. We're just having a bit of a snack. Don't like seeing spells when we want evolves, but okay. Hero power and trade, that would be my move. Guess we draw an elemental, play an elemental, try to get that out afterwards. They can have some powerful spells. Fortunately, it's an RNG deck, so we'll be able to use that a little bit to our advantage. Inspire. Um, of course, it hits that one. Here we got the boot. Really? Really, game? Okay. We're getting a lot of low rolls. They need to kill us. The wipers. Oh, they might have it. Do they have it? Win. Win-win. What are we wanting to do next? Let's go for the year of the rat. Or blessing of the rat. Not overly interested in this Tavern Brawl today, so I'm not sure how long we'll stay at this point. It's summoned, so we can use our hero power. We can't do much else. Wait, the puppy office. Can't hit it, can we? Do we play this for the giggles? They're getting quite wide on me. We can drop Arthas next turn, I guess. Just got no board clears, no way of kind of stabilising here. Do you have a guess on how many Emerald Dream cards I need to get? No, they haven't released that information as far as I'm aware. And there we are, we're dead. Yeah, hopefully they give us information. I can't remember. I've got so many games I'm tracking at the moment, which are doing kind of random changes, and some of them have said they're going to give us information, and some of them haven't. And I really don't know which is which in my head at the moment. We'll do that one again. Random deck Tavern Brawls are always just rough. We got what a little under a month before the expansion drops. There's plenty of time for them to potentially give out that information. Okay. But yeah, at the moment they're just hoping that they'll get a bit of a panic and get people to buy. Like, it's you got to ask yourself: is the temporaries worth it? You obviously got most of the cards at the moment. Is it worth you spending money or resources to push more of that or not? Does that make sense? To me, I've got the resources to have any card I want. I just don't. I have no desire for goldens myself. So, yeah. We want the Reborn the Rat. And we have absolutely nothing we can play apart from a hero power here. At least that's a bit of damage on corpses. Hopefully we have something corpse related. Like we're sitting on what 6,000 gold at the moment and 50,000 dust or something like that. My approach to this game is I'll never chase cosmetics. As long as I can play the game, I'm happy. And I budget around that. That's my personal take. Like I'll normally buy a mega bundle at the start of a season, and I'll buy the season pass and the battlegrounds pass and that's pretty much it. But even this expansion, I'm not even considering buying the Mega Bundle. I'm not playing enough Standard to justify it. Do we have any Zerg cards in our deck? Ugh. Mm. And they wandered off. See, this is annoying, right? We have no random lifesteal minion. That is a joke. Seriously? We have another Zerg card in our deck, but it's another draw Zerg, which is now useless. Oh, I hate random decks, Tavern Brawls. That's coming from someone who's pretty much got almost every card, so there is a bit of bias there. I understand a lot of people like them just because they can get rid of their wild cards. Ooh, that's actually useful. Those summon or add to hand. I guess we can burn them a little bit here. Do we just get rid of this? Oh no, let's just get some corpses. Just in case. Oh, they did have attack phase there. This sucks. Just want to get rid of it. Okay. What the absolute. This is literally just nothing I can do there. That's, yeah, that's a thing.
Yo, LJ, Twitch ads are inbound.
Yeah, there's absolutely nothing we can do. Not even worth seeing that game out. That was bogus. Let's do the coin one. People seem to be enjoying that one. I know there's the coin on Mage. And I closed my link, didn't I? Not full brain. Where's that Google.com? There we are. Where's the wiki link that I've got saved to the Google Doc? There it is. Oh, maybe I was wrong on that. Oh, there it is. Summon a minion. Ooh, there's some coins. That's a whole hand play out, actually. I didn't have my ring light on. Let me fix that.
Twitch ads are now playing.
Okay. No, we couldn't leave that to live. It's the overkill component of that kind of sucks. How do we work around that? No, really? Copy your opponent's secrets. Well, that doesn't help us. I want to play this, but they're just going to pull out a big demon, right?
LJ, Twitch ads should now be
Yeah.
over. You're all good for another 60 minutes.
That's... They could have hero powered and pretty much killed us, right? I know. I've literally got nothing, so let's see what we get here. Well, RNG. I think we're done. I'm not that interested in this Tavern Brawl. Like, is there anything else I want to play? The health. Massive doesn't seem to be working for us. Well, we'll go to Massive. That's on the Beast. I was thinking the other one. Or the Hunter. The Hunter has the Massive in it. Also has the Rush option. I feel that's more consistent, but watch us just get like a ton of spells. All expensive minions. That's too risky. Okay. Do we choose a different direction then, looking at our opening hand and what we did have? Not enough spells to make horse work. We don't have a lot of cheap stuff. I guess we still just got to go with Blessing of the Dog here. Hope to get something cheap. Need something to play next turn. The ones that have requirements, so if it costs 3 or less, like you got the rabbit, the snake, and also the rat. Like, they're just so bad if you don't get cards that you can play. But if you get cards you can play, you're laughing. Horse is just terrible. Tiger might not be too bad. Maybe. Tiger and Ox, which give you either health or attack to minions you summon. Pig's not too bad. You just need the tokens. Like the person who got a Nixia and just pretty much refilled their hand with coins. What are the odds on it getting the Nixia? But that's just broken. Try a Rooster. Hey, how you going? Just a little depressed with this Tavern Brawl. Can't kill it. I really got tilted when we played that Death Knight and we had draw Zerghag discounted by 1 and we just drew the exact same card again and gave us no tempo. Your beasts have charge, draw a minion, give it to the Okay, so we do that, but now what? Do we give them initiative? What they do if they got initiative? They trade anyway. We're just healing them. Got nothing big enough to deal with Priestess. It's probably this with the massives just to kill it. It's everything we've got on the board just to kill one minion. There's nothing we can do about that. What we've got in our hand. Hat's potentially going to draw something too big to play, given we don't know what's in our deck. It's one that doesn't need you to. It's a random deck, which is the problem of it. It's Lunar Blessings. It's the one where you pick a class and then you can choose a bonus or an ability. And it's so much RNG. What the... That's just... Now we have to draw off the hat and hope we get something here. We just have to push here. The problem is you pick a deck and you might go, okay, well, it's a bit tilting when I picked this one earlier and got a deck with everything which costs more than 3 pretty much. So it's really hard to find one that really kind of works at times. Not the end of the world, it's just annoying. I had a second copy of it. And like you get in situations like this where there's literally nothing you can really do. And if I kill this thing, I get another 2 of these things to deal with. Honestly, don't know how we get past the taunts. We need more tokens. Okay, so 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Enough 18, 16, so we can only kill. Can't even kill 2 of them. Can we? Something good. If you have spell damage, someone will copy this. How? Okay. We're getting to the point where we can play some of our big guys. So we could go. I don't want to play this until 10. We need this for a bit of survivability. We could drop the charge, but we don't get much else. Probably the Kraken's our best bet. We can deal 4 damage with it. Do the same thing with it. The Devil Saw, because it's got charge, can't attack face. The old version of Rush. Okay, if they can just do 2 more damage, we're dead. They're looking for it. $13 damage. Okay. Can't attack. We can taunt at least. It's probably not enough. We need to kill one of them. Probably the bigger of the two. We don't even have enough of that, do we? No, we don't. We could have potentially taunted, but I screwed myself there. Even with that. Look, I got my win. That's fine, but one of these two. This feels bad because there's no guarantee you're going to have spells. Same with horse. Evolve's not too bad. Oh, we'll try chicken. Let's try chicken. Where is chicken? Okay, so priest, rogue. I thought we use a hero power. Why would we want to use chicken? A priest, but let's try pig again. There's just so many wild cards. It's so hard to kind of know what you're going to get. So yeah, rat, rabbit, and rat, rabbit, and what was the other one that had a similar thing? Snake. All those require you to have minions that cost 3 or less. That's just not guaranteed. So they're high rolls kind of situations. Ox and Tiger are consistent in regards that they're constantly giving you stats for minions summoned. We're going to play out our hand in like a turn. Dragon and horse are spell dependent, super RNG. Sheep's just restoring 3 health. Dog and what is it there? Oh, really? I'm debating if I try to coin this turn or wait till next turn where I've got 4, 5, 6 mana, so we could play that. We're just prone to a board clear. They went pig as well, didn't they? Something 4 mana or less would be good on the top deck. Or top, yeah. Two or less. Probably doesn't matter. can reduce everything next turn. Lich King. Queen, reduce everything in our hand. Okay. Like they went pig as well and they had nothing to play, so they had bugger all in the way of coins. Who else has the pig? So Death Knight has the pig. Demon Hunter has the pig. Mage. Priest. Warrior. Yeah, pig, ox, and tiger are at least consistent. Pig and monkey are pretty on par with each other in regards to you both gaining a coin. That's a summons too. Well, that's going bye-bye, I guess. The Undertaker. There's no way we get to play Umbra, right? And even what's the point? It's just an instant discard. It's only for the stats, and 7 mana, 6/6 isn't really worth it. I wonder what they target here. 7, 8. Three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. If I thought that ahead better. We could have potentially got something big out. That was a missed opportunity. We could have got Assembly Bot, which could generate its own coins off its end of turn effect. We also would have been able to get the mini bot out as well. We've got enough coins to do it next turn now, but Mechathum! Come on. Yeah. Maybe we should have played that. I was debating not playing it because of board positioning and space, but we could have. Let's see if we can high roll some token strategies with Paladin. Another bot come through. Good auto mod. Bought it. Another ban. Maybe not. This already has Divine Shield, so that doesn't really help us, does it? Crackle! They attack to take down Divine Shield, and they evolve. We hope. Oh, never mind. I don't even know what we can do here. The high rolls are just so high. Even with the Wind Fury, we're not surviving that. Because what do? We do the 2 7s, we still take 9. Because we've got no life steal, we've got no recovery. We play this, we don't kill anything, they just overpower it with 2 of the minions. Well, we're out of... Okay. Thought we might have... Yeah. Brain not work. I think we're done with the Tavern Brawl. Let's sum it up. So, there's kind of a couple of categories that you kind of look at them at. And a lot of them rely on good RNG for the random deck. You have a group of 3 that I kind of say are the cost less than 3 group. So Rat here, where if it costs less than 3, gets Reborn. Snake, costs less than 3, give it Stealth. Rabbit, costs less than 3, give it Rush. And they're not that great because, like, in the last 3 or 4 games, maybe less than 10 of my minions have been less than 3. And also Stealth on Snake is not great. You think about it, you play someone with Taunt, it comes out with Stealth. You're not blocking anything. Disables taunts early on. Now, outside of that, you have another group that are dependent on how many spells you got. You got the Horse and you got Dragon. Both Horse and Dragon are restricted by how many spells you have. That's very inconsistent because most decks have more minions and spells. Dragon's really, really slow because you have to play a spell, then play the dragon. If you're getting big dragons, you're in trouble. Horse is worse because, like, let's say you got 7 spells, all decreased by 1. You got to draw it. You don't even know what it is. Is it helpful? Doesn't really feel that good. So that's those. You can summon a Mastiff or here on something dying, but Mastiff doesn't have Rush or Charge. It just sits on the board. Good for a token-ish approach, but it's a 1/1, and you got to find a way to buff it. You got no control over buffing it. That's not the best. You got Rooster and Sheep that do something at certain points. Like, okay, so Sheep heals 3 health to something at the end of every turn. That's pretty slow. If you're losing, you're losing. It's not going to save you getting 3 health. Now, in certain circumstances, keeping a minion alive, if it's got a big enough health pool, it trades, heals, or keeps your hero a little bit buffed up, but you still need to be able to actively beat your opponent. Rooster is pretty slow, given it's only deal 2 damage to a random enemy every time you use your hero power, and the only one with a cheap hero power doesn't have access to Rooster. The ones that do, wouldn't say are super great hero powers. Rogue, you keep your weapon for 2 turns. That's not great. And Warrior, yeah, you're armoring up, but you're only doing 2 damage. I think they're the only 2. So not great. Who haven't we covered? So Pig and Monkey are kind of similar to each other in regards to they give you 1 coin value per action. Actually, Pig's a little bit better. Pig gives you 1 coin per minion you play, so you can actually stack coins, build them up, whereas Monkey gives you an extra value, but it can roll into something bad. And then the last 2 we're going to talk about is Ox and Tiger. Ox is probably the better out of those 2 because you're gaining 3 health and it makes you pretty board heavy. Makes it very hard to get you off the board. +1 attack isn't so great if you can't get minions to stick or go for a full aggro. Pretty much all of these though are really reliant on the random deck you start with, and you've got no control over it. If you go minions, you could end up with a lot of spells. If you go spells, you could end up with a lot of minions. They're cool, but they can be tilting if you just don't get what you need. In general, you can kind of look at it as, let's take these being first these days. So crafting, let's not look at premiums. So for the most part, I've pretty much got almost all cards. I'm only missing legendaries. If you go and look at, say, something like Druid, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 13. There's 53 pages of Druid possible cards you could end up with. Even at a minimum then, if you chose Druid as your class, that's 53 plus. You also have however many neutral pages, and let's say there's at least 53 of them. So I'd say there's at least 100 pages of cards. Times that by the 8 per page, there's, well, I should be able to do that in my head. 800 possible cards you could have in your deck. More likely it's going to be minions over spells because it's the neutral set weighs heavy into the minion side of things, but I don't know, these Tavern Brawls that are random decks should probably be restricted to standard just to kind of give some stability to them, in my opinion. But anyway, and it's only getting worse every expansion we get. Now, a class like Death Knight that's been around the least was probably the more stable out of the lot, but even then there's probably 30 odd pages of Death Knight there now. So what we're going to do is we're going to finish up the YouTube stream tied to the Tavern Brawl that we've been running over here on YouTube. So we're going to finish that up. I'm going to share a link to my link tree. So if you want, you can wander across to the Twitch channel. I'm going to just play a game or two of Battlegrounds. So I'll paste that there. My link tree is here. It's an Australian company that just allows you to set up a bunch of links in one location. It means that anywhere I can just have one link and that everyone can find everything in one spot, and I can update just one spot. It just makes life a little bit easier. I've posted in both chats, both Twitch and YouTube. And yeah, so I try to make the YouTube videos focused. They're always like, okay, this is the Tavern Brawl, and I try not to put anything else into them so that if someone Googles them, looks it up, they're only getting what's there. So we're going to leave that there. I'm going to go to a be right back screen, go get myself a drink, cancel the YouTube stream, and then we'll do some Battlegrounds. That will be the plan. Thank you for everyone who stopped by past, present, and future for that. As I said, we'll be continuing on the Twitch side. I just need to take a break, catch my breath, and then we'll play some Battlegrounds.